What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue, and this is part 2 of our New York to London long haul. We're in infinite flight in the Boeing 777-300ER. This is American Airlines. We're currently flying over Ireland. Is that a question? Yes, we're currently flying over Ireland. South of Dublin, obviously, on our way over to London Heathrow. If you missed part 1, definitely check it out. Lots of good stuff in that video. We departed out of JFK. It wasn't that busy. We did have ATC, but it got a bit busier as we were leaving. And then about an hour and a half, maybe coming up on 2 hours into our flight, infinite flight decided to crash. And that put me in a little bit of a pickle. And so I had to end the stream, and I decided to go ahead and get started. I didn't go all the way back to JFK because I wasn't gonna have time to do that. So I started off. Let me show you guys where I started. So I started out here over at CYYR, which I think is called Newfoundland. I never really heard of that place, but that's where we. That's the only airport in the area, kind of where we got disconnected that could actually service heavies. So I took off out of there and then continued on our journey. So basically, I've done this, majority of the flight. My current flight time right now is at 3 hours. So it's gonna show my flight time is a lot shorter than it really is, but that was my only option. I'm pretty sure a bunch of you guys are probably already landing in Heathrow. You guys are probably about an hour or 2 ahead of me. Yeah, so I just wanted to go ahead and finish up the flight. Hopefully you guys are having a good flight if you are still doing long hauls for a Friday night flight. Didn't realize it was going to be as much of a struggle getting this long haul in today. But hopefully we will land without a problem. And yeah, so right now, man, we had some really good tailwinds. We had up to about 179 knots of a tailwind over the Atlantic. I had my speed up at like 600 and it's crazy. Like we were almost 700 knots over the water, and I was booking it though. We've been cruising about Mach 0.9. I've actually lowered that now to Mach 0.89. I can actually see Thomas ahead of me. That's crazy. So we've caught up with Thomas and a few of the other people who were at the back of our group. So we're 10 miles behind Thomas. Unless you took off later, you might have departed again. So I'm not sure what happened with you, but pretty cool. I didn't realize that there was another aircraft ahead of me. We were kind of in a small group before. I kind of caught up with some other planes who were on a very similar flight plan, and we're making our way. So we're 36 minutes out. I was gonna start like an hour out, but I was like, there's really nothing to do. I was flying over the water. It was nighttime out here on this side of the planet. Just before I started streaming, I decided to go ahead and change it to daytime because I was like, I just can't. I just can't with Infinite Flight's night lighting at the moment. And I decided to go ahead and switch it back to day so we could actually have something to look at. I didn't want to just have a black screen. Basically, I might as well just have a black screen up for you guys to watch and look at because you couldn't see anything at all. So if things do get slow, we might jump into a more Modern Warfare session before we get to our top of descent. But we're not too far away from it, probably about 100 miles or so away from our top of descent. We're at 35,000 feet. Plenty of fuel remaining. And yeah, currently cruising at 523 knots across the ground. And 300 miles away, 35 minutes away. So we're looking good. We're looking pretty good. Again, it was a bummer what happened to us earlier with Infinite Flight crashing. Hopefully we don't have that issue again. But we're here now, and so let's just enjoy it. So how are you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. I know I haven't shouted you guys out yet, but I just want to kind of get that update going for those of you who are joining for the first time today, knowing that this has been an all-day thing, pretty much. But I was able to get a little bit of work done today. Wasn't super busy, but it was like kind of like the busy type of work, the kind of work you don't really feel accomplished for doing, you know what I mean? So it was that kind of thing, but no bad, not bad at all. Trap Geeks, what's up, man? Good to see you. Playing War Thunder, very nice. But yeah, winds were on our side today. I was really happy about that because when I took off, I was in a rush, man. I was the only aircraft to take off out of that airport, trying to catch back up with the group. And I was, we're an hour behind. You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of like, man, this is crazy. And I freaking went straight up. I was like a freaking rocket ship, man. We took off about 4,000 feet per minute, all the way up to 35,000 feet, probably in about 5 minutes from the surface to 35,000. About 5 minutes, about how long it took us. So it was pretty crazy. Maddie, what's up, man? Island Fusion, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so it did actually do that. It's not doing it anymore. No, it's steady now, but a while back, we were getting like the aircraft was kind of real turbulent right over the water for a while. It was getting real turbulent. The aircraft was kind of bouncing up and down, so I brought my speed back to Mach 0.89 instead of Mach 0.9. Now, originally, our flight plan called to go Mach 0.83, but because of my little issue with my infinite flight crashing and having to restart the app and restart the flight, I decided to go a lot faster, try to catch up and make good time. So we made really good time. Honestly, this is about where we would still be ahead of here, but we're making decent time, and I should be okay with getting the flight finished as long as we don't have any major delays in Heathrow. If so, I'm not against diverting to somewhere else like Manchester or something like that. So we'll see what happens. Even if we could land at Gatwick, I don't know. So I'm not against diverting if needed. I'm not trying to wait all day with ATC. I'm on a pretty tight schedule, before things get crazy around here. So can't deal with any more delays. No problem, Outer Nation Gaming. But welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Yonda, I'm doing very well. How are you doing? Zellman, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Flight's going pretty good. Again, we're 32 minutes out, and we're live. So I haven't had any issues at all with Infinite Flight since I've restarted it. So I don't know what the problem was, but we're here now. Gavin Aviation, welcome back, man. Good to see you. Is Starley still flying? That's a great question. I don't know. He's probably on the ground by now. Zellman, I already said hi, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Pretty sure I said hi. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's on the ground. I don't know. I can't see that far. Yeah, I think our group that we were flying with would have landed by now. Yeah, I think we would have landed by now. So if we were scheduled to land right around this time, I think. Yeah, so we would have landed right around now. So we're just probably an hour behind. Chris Leonor, absolutely. I don't know if you're asking to join the flight group or to join Discord. Either way, you are welcome. Titanic, you're 13 minutes to landing. Very nice. Yeah, I hope we get a smooth landing today, but I'll be just happy to get there, to be honest with you. Smooth landings are great. That's what I want. Obviously, you always want a smooth landing, but I'll be happy just to land in general, just to get there. I'm still honestly, like I mentioned this before when we were streaming earlier about how there's one thing about long hauls is there's that satisfaction of knowing that you came from like the other side of the world, like you literally flew the entire way, and I feel like I'm not gonna get it, even though I departed from, I guess, sort of the other side of the world, still really far, decently far. I still don't, even just now, I'm already feeling like I'm not going to get the satisfaction of finishing the entire flight because we technically didn't leave JFK this time. On part one, we left JFK. Infinite Flight crashed. I don't know what the problem was, but it crashed about, hour and a half into the flight. So instead of me starting at JFK again, I started a little bit ahead of JFK, so I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I land. I'm really doing it for you guys, to be honest with you, because if it was just me and I wasn't flying with you guys or streaming and nobody knew that my Infinite Flight crashed, I would not be on Infinite Flight right now. I'd be doing something else because I wouldn't want to redo the flight. That's just the way I am. I'm the same way with X-Plane. When X-Plane gives me problems after I put in a bunch of effort in flight planning and, setup and all kinds of stuff like that. If X-Plane decides to not work in any way, I'm like, forget X-Plane. I'm gonna go race or something like that. I'm gonna go do something that's not gonna stress me out, you know. So, not saying I'm not happy to be here and be flying with you guys. I'm just saying that if you guys weren't here, I would not be flying. Speaking of flying, tomorrow, I mentioned this at the very end of the part 1. Tomorrow, I got a notification on my phone, which I'm really glad that I set a notification because I completely forgot. My memory is so bad that I always forget, you know, a lot of things when like events when they come up. But there's an event at a flight school down the street at the airport that I'm hoping to do flight school at. And this is one of the potential flight schools that I may actually train at. But I'm planning on tomorrow around noon go. And if you're from Houston and in the area, definitely come by. It's Hooks Airport, KDWH, and from 12 to 4 o'clock, United Flight Systems is having an open house, and that includes like food, drinks, obviously an open house. You get to get close and look at the planes, but they're also offering free discovery flights, and that's what really drew me in because I've already been there. I've already seen everything. I don't feel that I need to go in and look or learn any more about flight training. Like, I know that I want to flight train. You don't need to sell me. Right now, I'm just needing to choose who I want to train me. And I'm between 2 different schools, and this is one of the 2 different schools. And but they're having an open house. And so the thing that's really attracted me is the free discovery flight. Any excuse to fly, I'm down. So I'm definitely going to be there. I have to work out in the morning. My wife says she's going to come with me to work out. And then I'm going to go to that. And hopefully there's no like complications. There's not like crazy busy, like a line. Even if there is a line, I'm still probably going to do it because it's worth it. You know, usually you pay $100 to a couple $100 for discovery flight. And any opportunity to go on a discovery flight for free, jump on that baby. So looking forward to doing that. And any excuse or any opportunity to get into a plane, I'm going to be on that opportunity. So looking forward to that. Definitely stay close. Pay close attention to my Instagram story tomorrow, because I'll probably be posting videos and pictures from all that. Right now, we're about to fly over Wales. Yes, about to fly over Wales. So that's what we're seeing right there off our nose. I don't know exactly what city is below us, but this is Wales right here. Lawson Hughes, what's up, man? You haven't played Infinite Flight in so long. Maddie, you just on my left flying from Shannon. Roger. My longest flight, people keep asking me that and I keep forgetting. I don't know. Maybe somebody in chat might actually know what my longest flight was. All right, let's check on the speeds ahead of us because we're most likely going to be behind these 3 aircraft. And I don't want to overtake them. So 523 is Thomas, 512 is Misha, and then 517 is Mr. Contrailer. So we are going to probably start catching it. I'm going to slow down a few Mach just to kind of allow that gap to stay open because I don't want to become an issue for traffic. We're only 8 miles behind Mr. Thomas right now. You know, it's funny, right before we started the stream, like I set the stream up to start in 15 minutes, just kind of give you guys a little bit of time to get in and hang out. And while that timer was going, oops, I didn't do that. I decided to do one more free-for-all match on Modern Warfare off stream, and I did really well. Only when I'm not streaming do I actually look like I know what the heck I'm doing. But when I stream, I'm like always last place. So it's just really funny. We'll be descending probably in the next 100. Not less than that, about, I'm not going to do the math, but you know, right around 150-ish miles out, we'll descend. Yeah, we'll make that happen. Been a long time since I've flown to London and Heathrow. I usually avoid flying into London at all costs, only because it's just, in my opinion, very overrated to fly in, especially on Infinite Flight. If we had 3D scenery out here, it may be more interesting to fly into London, because it's just so flat. I mean, there's hills and stuff, like in the, western part, like in Wales area. Oh no, is it Wales? Yeah, over Wales. Like to our left, you'll see like a little bit of Actually, we might not see it from here because of visibility. But off of the horizon to our left, you'll see quite a bit of mountains and hills, and this looks really, really pretty. But just, I don't know, on infinite flight, it's not as pretty as I would like it to be. And I feel like the buildings are a big characteristic of the UK, and without that, it's just boring in my opinion to fly in. So I usually avoid it. Whenever there's an event in London, I usually fly somewhere else around it. You know, maybe go over to, I don't know, just somewhere else. That's just how I am. A lot of my moderators agree. So whenever we're planning flights, we kind of just, you know, go astray of London. So it's just how it is. Nice, Volcanic Mercury. Good luck on your landing, bro. Yes, we are on expert server. I don't think I've mentioned that yet, but sometimes I don't feel like I need to because I'm always on expert server whenever I fly. So, but we are on expert server about to fly into London. So if you want to join, feel free. You don't have to fly from JFK. You can fly in from Bristol, from Newcastle, from Dublin, Liverpool, Manchester, whatever it is you want to fly from, you can do that. You can fly from Amsterdam, whatever. But we're all flying into London now, and it honestly doesn't look that busy. I'm actually really surprised at how unbusy it is right now in London. Like, I'm looking on live flight map currently, but we should be able to see more traffic here on my map now. Yeah, you can see that. So you can see there's traffic. We shouldn't have any delays. I'm not expecting any delays whatsoever, because it doesn't look that busy, which is good. That's good for us. That means we'll get on the ground pretty quickly, and we shouldn't have any problems with that. So, oh my God. Yeah, so that sound that I heard earlier, and this is me referencing part 1 again. I may make a lot of references to part 1 because I started the conversation there and I'm finishing it here. But I was talking about how my neighbors are making a lot of noise. Well, I just realized it's actually not my upstairs neighbors. They make a lot of noise too, but we actually have some new neighbors moving in upstairs, but I don't know if it's directly upstairs or across. But either way, if you make a lot of noise on the stairs, I can hear it. And there's somebody with a U-Haul truck out right now moving in, so we have some new neighbors moving in today, and that's what all that noise is. So my wife's not gonna be very happy about that because she is a very light sleeper, and if people are making a lot of noise upstairs, then she's gonna have a hard time sleeping. For me, I'll be knocked out. I don't care. Mathis Torlone, do I prefer X-Plane 11 or Infinite Flight? I do not compare the two. If you did, you know who the obvious loser would be, but it's not fair. One is made for PC, a full simulator, and one is made for your phone. So I don't compare. Oh, nice. Getting on Infinite Flight Pro tonight. Sounds good, Gavin. Ramon, what's up, man? What's my thoughts on the new A350? I'm looking forward to it. That is my thoughts. That's about it. They can tease us all they want, but I'm just looking forward to it. There's nothing I can do about it right now. Just realized I didn't ever hit the music button. Gaming Sniper, what's up, man? I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you? I am 178 nautical miles out, 20 minutes to go. How far are you? I need to redo that video of Bristol. I made a review of Bristol, but then after I put the review out, I found out that the lights were all wrong. Like, it didn't look the way it was supposed to look, and it wasn't the developer's fault. It's just I had some kind of third-party add-on that was, I guess, not compatible with the scenery. And I thought it looked weird, and that was one of my complaints in the review. Other than that, everything else looked good, but I had to They didn't tell me to take it down, but I decided on my own that I was gonna take the video down because I didn't want to misrepresent somebody's product. So I went ahead and took the video down, and hope to do it again in the future. It's kind of tough redoing videos because it takes so much time to make it the first time, and I already have like a lineup of videos that need to be done, so it's kind of like it has to wait until I finish the other videos that I'm working on. You guys know this. I'm Boeing. I'm Team Boeing, but at the same time, I am an aviation lover. So even though Boeing is like slightly my preference, I love them both. And I don't think it's fair that everybody in the aviation community makes you choose. It's almost like being a part of a gang. It's like, are you Airbus or are you Boeing? I'm like, dude, can I be neutral? Dang it, can I have all the planes? Can I be Bombardier? You know what I mean? Can I be Cessna? What about that? How come nobody says Cessna or Boeing, you know? Because Cessna makes jets too. When all the planes are reworked, which would be your first option? It depends on where I'm going. Usually the way I choose aircraft is, this is the way I usually choose. I either choose an aircraft first and then I find a route that matches the aircraft, or I choose a route and I pick an aircraft that matches the route. So for example, today, JFK to London, I was like, all right, we're flying JFK to London. I looked up the routes for JFK to London. Who flies there? What planes are flying there? Well, I found out the 777 flies it. The A330 flies it for Delta. The 777 for British Airways flies it. The 747 for British Airways flies it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was then deciding which plane to fly out of all those. I really wanted to fly the 747, but I in the end decided to fly 777 instead. I can't remember why, but I have my reasons. And so that's usually the way I do it. So I'll either go by the route. So if we're like, hey, today the featured airport is, I don't know, Amsterdam. There's a pretty obvious choice what airline you're gonna fly when you're flying to Amsterdam. You're gonna fly KLM. But now, what plane are you gonna fly? Well, probably a 737, depending on the route. If I'm flying a short route, I'll take that back. Because a lot of times when I'm streaming, my routes are always like an hour like an hour to hour and a half. So technically, there's never gonna be a 777, not never, but rarely you're gonna see a 777 or 787 flying an hour and a half route. But because they all have KLM liveries, I then have the choice that I can fly a 737, I can fly a 777, I can fly a 747, you know what I mean? So that's usually the way I choose. Now, there's sometimes the other way around. This usually happens on X-Plane. We're like, hey, there's a new aircraft that came out, 757, got an update. Well, I want to fly the 757. Now, let's go take a look and see what are some good 757 routes. And if none of them work for me, or maybe they're too long, instead I'll see, all right, so what liveries do I have for 757? And what routes do those airlines fly? And I'll replace a 737 route with a 757. And that's a lot of times what my mindset is when I am doing that. All right, it's time to descend, guys, as I'm talking. I'm gonna go down to 11,000, to 12. And we'll descend about, I'm gonna descend a bit quicker, about 1,800 feet per minute. I'm gonna slow down to 8.1. And we'll check on our distance ahead. So looks like we have Mr. Thomas is 11 miles ahead. He's going 515. He's faster. He's an MD-11. And we got Misha, who's at 508 knots. He is not yet descending. He may be flying somewhere else. I didn't actually look to see where he's flying to. He's at 508 knots as well, so he may not be a factor there. Cool. We're descending now. I see another 777 off in the distance. I don't know where he's going. I think he's actually climbing. Yeah, he's leaving. So. Let's see, I didn't check to see where these two guys were going. He's going to London. Alright. Maybe they're sleeping on the job. And he's going to London as well, so. The captain, I play on an iPhone 10. What amount of trim to use on the 773? I don't know officially, but I used 20 on departure today, and it felt fine. I usually use trim as a preference to how much I like, you know, on my takeoff, I guess as you could say. It also depends on weight, technically. Like in real life, it depends on the weight, but on here, I usually just go by preference. And around 20%, 30%, it feels pretty good for me. Sometimes they call for like a lot of trim, like 50% trim, like in the DC-10 or MD-11. Whenever I flew it, it just felt like too much trim to me. With my flying style, I guess you could say. I live in the United States. And my favorite airline is United. We're no longer over Wales. Now we are over... we just flew over Bristol. Actually, we're about to fly over Bristol right now. I don't know if you can recognize it. I think that's it right there. Kind of dark, kind of hard to see at the moment. And again, guys, I'll remind you that we're having a screenshot contest again. So once the stream is over, send me your screenshots from your long haul today. It doesn't have to be an American Airlines 777. It could be, you know, any of the airlines that are out here. Preferably, probably American. But if it's a British Airways aircraft, it's all right. Just make sure it's a flight that you actually flew, like with us today. I don't like when people just send random stuff. Don't send me no screenshots from last week's Friday night flight. You know what I mean? But yeah, send me screenshots, and whoever wins, I will post their screenshot and tag you, of course, on Instagram, and then I'll use it on my thumbnail. Now, if I don't like any, I think last week this happened, where I got a bunch of screenshots. They were really good. Some of them are really good, but it was nothing that I was really looking for, and I ended up using my own screenshot. So nobody won last week's screenshot competition. How are we doing on spacing? Still looking good. Yeah, so the gap between me and Thomas has opened up. He's now 14 miles out. And we're gonna slow down. Wow, we're still pretty darn high. Nice. Flight spoils are coming out. Music is really weird. I don't know what I'm listening to. Oh, you also asked what my favorite aircraft was, and that is the 787. Uh, 757 flyer. I am already descending into London. What up, Boomalanchi? Welcome back, man. Good to see you. What is my favorite live stream so far? Like of my own? Like my favorite stream I've ever done? I don't know. I've done so many. I don't know, man. I look sad. I don't know why I'm not. Mr. Gaming Bro, what's up, man? Good to see you. Game Simulator, do I play on PC? Yes. Not this game, but I play most of my games on PC. Dang, Voltana got that missed approach. Matter of fact, let's put some more upbeat music. This music is kind of sad. This R&B playlist that I got going. What up, Infinity Dreams? Welcome to the stream, man. Ramon, I'm thinking you're asking at what age did I get into aviation? Or I guess a better question is at what age did I get interested in aviation? And I will say I was interested in aviation the first time I saw a plane. I was like, I want to do that. I want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? Yours is a 1.84 what is 1.84 live stream? What does that even mean? Yes, sir. We're on Infinite Flight today. What is an alliance? I don't know what you're asking. I don't know why my light is flickering. Boomalanchi, did you unfollow me and then refollow me? Like, what the heck? Right, how we looking? We're 87 miles out. Flying over to UK. Bulls are out. We're at 22,000 feet. We are almost there. Our long haul is almost complete. Hopefully we won't get a go around or anything like that. Yeah, it says that Misha is landing at Heathrow, but he's still at 37,000 feet. So he must be sleeping. Everybody else around him has descended. I am grade 3. Oh, you organize events. What kind of events? Lawson Hughes. I do want to be a pilot, and I will eventually, once I start getting in the aircraft, make vlogs. When I flew LEPA to LMD. That sounds like a pretty long time ago. Oh, that was a CRJ update. That's what you're referring to. All right, gotcha. Aviation Flyer, what's up, though? Watch for you when I land in London. I'll be on the lookout. Welcome back, Plane Now. It's good to see you. Within 100 feet per minute. Oh, I'm not making any promises. How do I like Infinite Flight? Well, I'm playing it. I've been playing it for a while, so I think it's the perfect intro to sim game. All right, London. We're close enough for London Heathrow approach. We're at 18,000 feet. You usually want to be below 18,000 feet before contacting ATC, if at all able. I'm hearing traffic. We're gonna kill the music here and listen for our call sign on the radio. I can barely hear it though. Delta Lima Victor Alpha 07, turn right heading 130, descend and maintain. I assume the sooner we can get those vectors, the better. So let's go ahead and request approach at London Heathrow, NEILS, and we'll see what he says. Miles west of Newbury Racecourse at 16,900 feet, requesting aisles approach any runway at London. So no time for Call of Duty in part 2. Turn left heading 3, Blue 116 heavy, expect vectors for the aisles approach runway 27 left at London Heathrow. Roger, Blue 116 heavy. Blue 116 heavy, turn left heading 090, descend and maintain 11,000. Alright, 090, 11,000, Blue 160. Vectors for the aisles approach runway 27 left at London Heathrow. Roger, Bravo Alpha Victor Alpha 132. Bravo Alpha Victor Alpha 132, turn right heading 030. Do I have any violations? I don't think so. Turn left heading 090, descend and maintain 11,000, Blue 116 heavy. Turn right heading 030, descend. Yeah, yesterday's stream was a lot of fun. Bravo Alpha Victor Alpha 132. San Francisco to Amsterdam, I'll pass. I think I'm all long hauled out for a little while. I really wish we would have got, man. What could have been? What could have been? Hi there, with the donation. Thank you very much, my good friend. Appreciate you supporting the Blue Arrow family, man. Appreciate that big time. Make sure you guys tell him a big thanks for supporting the channel with a donation. Even though I play this on Android, can I still be in your... Yes. This is not separated by iPhone and Android. Everybody is on the same servers. So if you're on an Android or a Windows phone, whatever it is you're on, and you connect the Infinite Flight Expert server, you will be on the same server as me. Alright, so we've been cleared down 11,000 feet, heading 090. Wait, did that just move? Apparently, according to my screens, we're about to fly into a storm. And we're also banking to the right just slightly at 262 knots. Sounds good, Detroit. Yes, I have heard of X-Plane Mobile, and I'm still hoping to get in on that beta. Alright, that's gonna be a right heading 110. I still don't really feel like people are taking X-Plane Mobile seriously, to be honest with you. Like, X-Plane's been talking about it a lot, but especially in the PC simulator world, like, I don't think anybody's taking it seriously. And the question is, should we be taking it seriously? I don't know, because I haven't had my hands on it.
Spoilers retracted.
I'm gonna take the spoilers away. We're at 11,000 level, 249 knots. Let's slow down. We're good. So I don't know. I want to try it, you know, because I don't have any thoughts. I don't have any opinions on it, except for, you know, I see a few screenshots here and there that look okay. But I want to get my hands on it and try it myself, and then I can tell you guys what I really feel, what I think about it. I'm only using Infinite Flight Assistant for plugins for Infinite Flight. I don't really use anything else. There's not a lot of things out there. There is Infinite Flight Checklist. That's a really good one, actually, but it's better if you have a second device or like an iPad or something like that. Thank you, Juan. Appreciate it. Yeah, again, mobile aviation. I need to physically see it on my device, and get a real good look at it to really be able to say what I feel about. Okay. I can't even reply to that. Oh, frickin' 4,000. My bad. I missed that. I was talking over it. Alright, we're clear on the 4,000. Left heading 090. I need to send. He wants me to expedite it. I need to slow down. Suppose it'll come out. I don't want to descend too quickly because where are we in a pattern? Okay, we're on left base because it'll make us overspeed, and I don't want that to happen. I want to keep control of my speed. Here comes 10,000 feet. Here comes the landing lights. I don't know why I turned the strobes off. Looking good though at the moment. So as long as I keep it slow, we should be able to get down in a significant amount of time. He's gonna want us at 4,000 probably before he calls our base. Alright, John Paul is in Terminal 5 Charlie. Sound good. I don't know where that's at, but cool. Thomas says he's done this approach too many times. You need to find some new airports to fly at, Thomas. That's what you need to do. I don't know if any moderators are awake, but if they are, there it is. Nightbot, thank you for the Discord. I don't know if that link is. It might be expired. I'm not sure. All right, there's 8,000. We're looking good. We're doing really good on our descent here. Chris Leonor using the iPhone 10.
Bravo Alpha Victor Alpha 218, radar contact. Bravo Alpha Blue 116 heavy, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Speed 2,000 knots. 200 2,000 knots. Copy. No, kidding. So reduce speed to 200 knots. Oh wow, my butt is actually sore. I had an itch, right, and I reached back and like I touched my thigh, and it actually hurt from working out. I should go ahead and clarify that for those of you who have a dirty mind. You are out there. All right, descending 4,000. Trying to get our speed down to 200 knots. Not doing so well because we are descending. If I lower my vertical speed, it'll help us get that speed down because he wants us at 200 knots. I'm like, okay, he want me to expedite to 4,000 feet, but you want me at 200 knots, so I can't really do both at the same time. Get your speed in order first, and then get your altitude.
Proceed on course. November 9 Romeo Alpha. November 9 Romeo Alpha. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Turn right heading 180. Descend and maintain 4,000.
Sounds like a lot of you guys are out here in the aerospace. Sounds good.
Attention all aircraft. London Heathrow approach is closing in 5 minutes.
Wait, are you closing? What? What's some BS?
Contact London Heathrow Unicom on 122.8.
What is you guys' problem? I took off out of JFK
Contact London Heathrow Unicom
and you were freaking closing. I land in London and you're freaking closing. That's some, as my friend would say, bullshit taco nut mushrooms. Alright, we're still, alright, we're good. Let's go ahead and descend a bit quicker. If we can get on the ground before they close down. You crashed over somewhere over the Atlantic due to autopilot failure. Dang, that sucks. That's one thing you gotta watch out for in these long hauls. I don't know what is causing people's autopilots to fail, because this game doesn't have failures. But it's definitely costing some people their grade 3s and grade 4s. All right, there's 4,000 feet. We're level. We'll take the spoilers down to arm. Strobe and line lights are on. We're at 200 knots. I'm gonna give us some flaps. We're on left base. Runway 27 left is what he gave us. Gonna go back and make sure that's what he gave us. Expect approach at 27 left. Cool. I see Thomas ahead of us, so we'll probably get vectored behind him. He's still 10 miles ahead. And Misha still has not descended. Bro, you're not going to London today. Going to Dubai or somewhere crazy. Alright, 27 left is gonna be right there. Yeah, I honestly haven't flown to Heathrow a ton of times. I've flown into it, I don't know, more than probably a lot of airports, but I don't fly in there very often. I usually try to stay away from flying in here because there's so many people fly here. And I personally like to kind of, I guess, fly to more scenic areas. Oh. But I have some amazing scenery on X-Plane of this place. So
maintain 4,000. Maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer.
Do I use flight aware? Yes, I use flight aware for certain types of information that I want sometimes. And I don't use infinite passenger. Flaps 5, roger.
5 degrees.
Good job with
Descend and maintain 5,000. Speedbird 916. Expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 27 right at London Heathrow. November 517 Golf Yankee. Turn right heading 110. Descend and maintain.
They're gonna be landing at sunset.
Speedbird 990. Turn right heading.
Got chicken in the air.
Descend and maintain 4,000.
Roger, Speedbird 916.
Turn Blue 116 heavy. Turn left heading 360. Descend and maintain 3,000.
360, 3,000, Blue 116 heavy.
Descend and maintain 3,000. Blue 116 heavy.
Turn left heading 090. Speedbird 916.
Contacting.
Alright, spoilers are armed. Landlines are on. We're turning left base, runway 27 left.
Mike Alpha Golf India Charlie is 4 nautical miles southeast of Chalgrove at 4.
What up, Alex? Good to see you.
Blue 116 heavy. Reduce speed to 180 knots.
180 knots, Blue 116 heavy.
0 knots. Blue 116 heavy.
Am I doing another flight? Absolutely not. No. I'm absolutely not doing another flight. This is the end of a I'm assuming if we had done it straight through, it would have been a 4-hour flight. Maybe three, yeah, about 4 hours. We're coming up to 4 hours now, probably 4.5 hours,
Romeo Alpha Foxtrot
maybe
Alpha
5.
India Romeo 99 is
I'm not
below
100% sure.
miles
Why is my nosing up?
southwest at 9,100 feet. Requesting visual approach runway 9
Flaps
right at
15
London
degrees.
Heathrow. Romeo Alpha Foxtrot Alpha India Romeo 99. Due to heavy traffic, destination airport is not accepting incoming traffic at
Oh
this
wow,
time.
somebody just shut the airport down.
Contact London Heathrow Unicom on 122.8.
As Captain Sign, have I chosen between Piper and Cessna yet? No, I have not. From what I understand, I can actually train on both. Here we go. Left heading 300, maintain 3000 to establish on the localizer. 27 left approach. All right, guys, here we go. But yeah, from what I understand, you can technically train. I can train on both, and they both count my hours in the same way. I'm not planning on really flying both of them. Like, well, I can't. Okay, let me say this. I'll probably fly both. Like, if I join, it depends on what flight school I go to. Because if I go to one of the flight schools that I'm trying to decide to go to, they only have a Piper. If I go to another flight school, which is a lot bigger and more established, they have a bunch of planes to choose from. So I can choose between Piper and Cessna. I can one day go up in a Piper, next day go up in a Cessna. If I have that option in my flight training, I'm still not going to just be switching every day. I want to get like familiar in one plane and then maybe do the other as a challenge. But I'm not trying to do both planes at the same time all the time. So that's kind of what my thoughts on that are. All right, so 27 left, maybe 270. Here we go.
Contacting London Heathrow approach on 120.4, November 5.
Turning final.
Whiskey Hotel
And so I would love to try both, honestly. I've asked the instructor, like, what's the differences on the way they fly? What's the benefits of learning either or? And from what he told me, now this is just from his personal opinion, he was saying that the Piper, thank you very much. I don't know who ATC is. Davidi, thank you very much, Davidi. Really appreciate that. He's about to send us to tower. There he goes, 118.5. And so we should be on 118.5. We're technically established on the localizer. Go 270. Beautiful. We are. That distance is wrong. We're actually 13 miles away.
Delta Lima Victor Alpha 07, number 1, runway 27.
Using the localizer, or we will be using the glide slope. But yeah, I want to use both Piper and Cessna. But he was telling me the Piper kind of like, I guess the ground effect is different. The way the wings interact with the ground. And he was saying the Piper for him was a lot easier to land. But the Cessna was a little bit more challenging to land, especially as a beginner. So I'm not trying to stray from a challenge. But I don't know. I guess whatever I have the chance to fly. I've never been in a Piper in the air before. I've been in a Piper on the ground, but never in the air. Alright, I'm trying to... There it is. I'm trying to get right on it. We have a parallel aircraft right to our right, same altitude, speed bird 990.
Speedbird 490, hold short of runway 27 right. Holding short runway 27
I do like how this approach takes you right over downtown London, over all the cool stuff. Too bad we can't see it.
Hotel Charlie 2003, hold short of runway 27 right.
Hey, 10 miles. Oh, I never freaking talked to.
Attention all aircraft. Please only request for takeoff when first in line.
I forgot to announce that I was on the ILS.
Blue 116 heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 27 left.
Alright, we're number 1, clear to land. Blue 116 heavy.
Number 1.
And we'll go ahead approach mode. Don't die.
Blue 116 heavy.
Success. Alright, beautiful. We are now fully established on the ILS. I'm going to go ahead and hide some of these HUD elements so we don't busy up the screen, and we'll get the aircraft slowed down.
Delta Lima Victor Alpha 07, exit runway
About 170 I'm looking for at the moment. Trim is set. I'll go gear down here pretty soon. I have visual of the airport. Again, not crazy busy. I'm actually really surprised with London being one of the featured airports. It's not that busy, but it might get more busy here in the next, I don't know, few hours as people get out of work and out of school and things like that.
Bravo Sierra Echo Lima Foxtrot.
I just kind of thought at this time of day it'd be more busy.
Runway heading until at or above 5,000 feet.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 27 left. Bravo Sierra Echo Lima Foxtrot.
Qatari 837.
Let's see, winds. We have a little bit of a crosswind, 32 knots. Pretty strong winds, actually, at least at this altitude.
7 right, Qatari 837 heavy.
American 254. Exit runway
Flaps
18.
20 degrees.
Contact ground on the
All right, let's get ready, guys.
WIRKO, American
Phone in the
254.
hand. Screens calibrated. Gears coming down.
Gear down.
Uh-oh. Don't die. Do not stall on me on freaking final. I haven't done anything except add a notch of flaps. And we're only going 140. We might be going too slow, honestly. That may be what the issue is. But the aircraft is recovering.
Cleared for immediate takeoff. Fly runway heading
You see the nose is kind of pointed to the left. That crosswind.
Runway 27
I see aircraft coming up for takeoff at 27 left. Alright guys, let me stereo cockpit. I won't be reading the chat until we get to the gate.
London Heathrow Tower, Hotel
And we'll be just parking wherever the heck I feel like parking. I don't have a specific place to park. Probably to the closest parking spot I find once we get off the runway. Just letting you know. We're 3 miles out.
ILS runway 27 right.
Flaps 25 degrees.
Charlie 2003. Avoid sending duplicate messages. I'm sorry, Easy 2578.
Calibrating again.
Heathrow Tower, Whiskey Hotel Alpha Mike 1, inbound on the ILS
Very
runway
nice
27
sunset
left with information Zulu.
On arrival here in London.
Easy 257.
We're pretty heavy still. We still have 4 hours of fuel on board, so
I'm sorry, Hotel Charlie 2003.
Easy 2578. Please check assigned runway. Whiskey Hotel Alpha Mike 1, number
Flaps
2,
30
runway
degrees.
27 left, clear to land. Bravo Sierra Echo Lima Foxtrot, frequency change approved. Good day.
alright, runway seems to be clear. We've already been cleared for landing.
27 left, Whiskey Hotel
There's
Alpha
500.
Mike 1.
London Heathrow Tower, Easy 2578, inbound on the
Approaching
ILS runway
minimums.
27 left. Qatari 837 heavy, frequency change approved. Good day.
Minimums.
Alright guys,
Approved Bravo Sierra Echo Lima
start
Foxtrot.
praying.
Good day.
Frequency change approved. Qatari
Altitude.
837 heavy. Good day.
Easy
That.
2578, enter
Glide
straight in
slow.
runway 27 right.
That.
Number 2,
Glide slow.
traffic to
Glide
Toronto is
slow.
the Final. Enter straight in, runway 27 right. Behind the
Glide
traffic
slow.
Final. Easy 2578. Easy 2578, number 2.
Landing
runway
spoilers
27 right,
extended.
Clear to land. Number 2, clear to land.
A little bit to the right there.
Speedbird 490.
Don't really need
line
any-
up and wait, runway 27 right. Line up and wait, runway 27 right. Speedbird 490.
Didn't really need any reversers, honestly.
Tower, Bravo Alpha Victor Alpha 132, inbound on the ILS
Alright,
runway
looking for an
27
exit.
with information Zulu.
Bravo
I think this is one right here.
132, number 2, runway 27 left.
Yeah, we can take
clear
this
to
one.
land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 27 left, Bravo Alpha Victor Alpha 132.
Speedbird 990.
Alright, beautiful people, welcome to London Heathrow.
Taxiway. Wilco, Speedbird 990. Speedbird 490, runway 27.
And exit the runway and past the whole short bars, and we'll hold short here.
5,000 feet.
Oh,
Cleared
turn.
for takeoff. Runway 27 right. Speedbird 490.
And spoilers up.
Spoilers retracted. Flaps up.
London Heathrow Tower, cargo
And brakes on.
3 heavy, inbound on the ILS.
Alright, he didn't actually tell us to contact ground. We can go ahead and do so on our own. And we'll request taxi to parking.
Heathrow ground. Blue 116 heavy. Request taxi to parking.
Taxi to parking, blue 116 heavy.
Taxiing to parking. Blue 116.
Alright, I see a American to our right. We'll park over there next to him.
London Heathrow ground, Hotel Echo Yankee.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the flight.
Pushback with information Zulu.
Again, if you missed the departure,
Hotel
you can watch
Alpha
part 1. I have not yet made that video live, but
Inspect runway runway 27
You can
left.
watch part 1. Matter of fact, I just thought about it. This is gonna be broken up into 2 videos, so technically there can be 2 winners today. And look at that, Hey Blue is online. What's up, man? I really shouldn't acknowledge that because more people are gonna do that. But what up, whoever that is, their call sign.
Runway 27 left. Contact tower when ready.
Aer Lingus, Airbus over there.
Runway 27 left.
Landed.
Speedbird 175 heavy.
Alright, we can turn the landing lights off.
Throw ground. Speedbird 213.
Flaps are already up, strobes are put away.
Information Zulu.
Speedbird 213, taxi to runway 27 left. Contact tower when ready.
Taxi
Landing complete, absolutely.
Speedbird 213.
I'm honestly very happy to get this one over with. That whole like infinite flight crash that happened was
Alpha Mike 1, request taxi to
was
park.
not cool.
Give way to aircraft. Speedbird 213.
Alright, we're gonna park to the right of this guy. Hopefully there's a heavy slot next to him
Parking, Whiskey Hotel Alpha Mike
and we
1.
can fit.
Whiskey Hotel Alpha Mike 1.
But yeah, I'm honestly also glad that I changed the time to daytime because originally in real current time it's actually nighttime now in London, and that would have made for like we would have been able to see the runway lights, but that's it. Everything else would have been pitch black. Wouldn't be able to taxi. Wouldn't be able to see anything. All right, this is our spot.
Victor Alpha Victor Alpha.
Again, hopefully it's big enough.
38, taxi to runway
About to find out.
27 left. Contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway
I like that
27
drift
left.
taxi. Oh no, somebody literally just spawned here as I was rolling in.
Easy 2578.
How unlucky.
Taxi to parking.
And of course it was an American.
Continue taxi.
London Heathrow Ground. Speedbird 2
Well,
Super. Ready to
we
taxi
have
to
increased
runway
our profit
27
margins
left.
twofold. Two-headed 777. Thank you for moving.
Taxi to parking.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to spawn in and to be an aircraft in their spot. It's not his fault though. He can't actually see aircraft moving.
Contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to
I'm
parking.
just gonna kind of straighten up here. We got Air France on our right.
Taxiing to runway
A380.
27 left.
You got a Swiss. I think that's a is that a 777 or A330? I think it's a 777. Very nicely done, guys. Well, if you also flew with us today, congratulations. Welcome to London. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, I don't really do long hauls very often, but I decided today to do it, yeah, I guess we did the best we could there. Gonna shut the engines off here.
38 heavy. Pushback approved.
Very nice.
Runway 27 left.
And that flight did log. Looks like another person actually spawned on top of us, but that's okay. We're about to leave anyways. Aer Lingus is now taxiing behind us.
Alpha 220.
And I'm gonna go ahead and
Back with
jump out. Oh, Airbus. A380 has turned into a UFO.
Pushback approved.
That's that upgrade, that VTOL upgrade on the A380.
Pushback approved. Alpha 220.
Very nice. All right, we're out.
Alpha
Sorry I couldn't stick around and watch anybody's landings. I really want to kind of get out of here and watch our replay, especially since our flight was broken up into 2 flights now. 68 JFK to unknown, and then CYYR to London. So it's gonna be a pretty freaking long replay. I don't know how long it's gonna take to load it. We will have to see. Jacob Sausage, we're on the expert server, buddy. Thomas, what are you asking? You want to go to San Diego now? You go ahead. What's it, like a 14-hour flight? Something crazy? Yeah, plane of the future. Yeah, no, that's no problem. I don't mind if people make memes of my landings because I know they're not perfect either. We're laughing together. Alright, skipping all the way forward to the end. That's crazy how I just scrubbed my plane from one side of the world to the other instantly. Alright, that's after we landed. Let's see. I want to see how rough that actually was. It felt pretty darn rough. It didn't feel smooth. There was no butter involved in today's landing. No butter was served today. Alright, here we go. Again, don't forget, guys, screenshot contest. Send me your screenshots from your replay. Make sure you send me the high quality version to my Instagram or to Discord. You can Post it in screenshots. And if you post it on Instagram, make sure that you actually send it to me through a DM so I can actually save it and use it for my thumbnail. Matter of fact, we probably will have 2 winners if I like 2 screenshots for part 1 and part 2. It wasn't as hard as I thought. Watch that again. I don't know why I'm not getting like any sound at all. Oh, there it is, there's sound. Yeah, it actually wasn't that hard. We kind of like, we got like in a small little float right before touchdown, and I don't know if any kind of ground effect is incorporated in the 777. I don't know if it has that. I don't think it has that feature in the physics, but it actually wasn't as hard as I thought. It could have been harder. I think I may have kind of salvaged a little bit of that landing right before touchdown. At least from this view, it looks like it. Another thing that's kind of weird is you see it's kind of like a stutter, almost as if like Infinite Flight had trouble like determining where I am in altitude. So right here, yeah, right there, you see how kind of like, because what Infinite Flight does is it clips you to the runway, you know, so everybody's on a flat plane, but it's like it like tried to like clip me for a second, because there's no way you would lose altitude that quickly at that moment. It was very unnatural looking, so I don't know. I think that was like a little bit of a glitch during the float. I don't think it affected our actual touchdown. Let's see. Let's watch it from this view here. View looks kind of awkward, doesn't it? You don't really see it in that view. It's a lot softer from the belly camera. That's a cool little view right there. Yeah, we were definitely off, way off the center line. We were center to the landing marks, but not the center line. Yeah, use a lot of right rudder to keep it on the runway. We almost went off. Watch from the wing view. Right wing view. I didn't really use any reversers, but we didn't really need it. We came in pretty slow. Why does my restream keep freaking logging me out? I use like a splash of reversers there. What up, Ethan Price? Team builds. Yeah, you're right. I need to be. That's one thing I've been struggling with, honestly, and you guys have definitely seen it in my last, and pretty much all of my Infinite Flight landings. If there's a crosswind, I never use really any rudder, or rarely use barely any rudder. And I need to be using rudder so I can get that center line. When I do use rudder, I use too much or too little. And I wonder if with this new UI, not making any excuses for my horrible skills, but hopefully with the new UI, it'll make it easier to manage rudder along with other things at the same time, you know. But other people do it already, so my problem. How do you get over the Atlantic in 60 minutes, bro? It's a secret. Tell anybody. A3, it's 777 got some the Concorde speed in it. That we had a 300 knot tailwind all the way. Let's see. I think we pretty much watched it in all the views. I'm watching the flyby one more time, and then we'll get out of here. But go ahead, guys, and leave some love in the chat. And I'm gonna get out of here again at the end of part 2, guys. I know it was a short part 2, just basically for the landing. But really nothing going on in the air, so I didn't want to keep it too long. And much to talk about. We talked about most stuff in part 1. But we'll be back next week. I should be able to stream Tuesday through Friday, depending on work. It might be Wednesday through Friday again, but I'll try doing Tuesday through Friday, and I'll let you guys know. I'll try to let you guys know ahead of time what my schedule looks like on Instagram. Just check my Instagram story. Definitely pay close attention to my Instagram tomorrow, as I should hopefully be in a Cessna 172 or a Piper tomorrow for a discovery flight. So we'll see what happens there, but I'm pretty excited. Hopefully I will actually get into the seat and be able to do some stuff tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that with United Flight Systems. So pretty excited about getting back in a plane again.
Cleared to land. Runway 27.
Yeah, a little bit of a glitch there. Not sure what happened with that, but welcome to London, baby. Cineo, what's up, man? Thank you for joining. Ethan Price, hi there. Thank you again for the donation. Thomas. Yeah, I'm about to say something else. Thomas, thank you, bro. Always for your continued support. Oliver as well. Yeah, it was 2 streams though. I was just joking about the 300 not tailwind Detroit Flyer. Thank you very much again, Barbadian Aviation Mapping, Team Bills YT, all you guys who were joining into our flight today, as well as the people who actually flew with us through Infinite Flight all the way from freaking JFK. Salute to you guys. Thanks again, Starly, for helping out with the flight plan and planning us and getting us here safely and getting the best possible tailwind we possibly get. Lawson as well, man. Thank you as well. Feel free if you have any more questions, like tag me on Discord. You could always try to ask questions on Instagram. If it's a legit question, I will answer it. If I don't know the answer, I'll do my best to get back to everybody that I can. I don't ignore people on purpose. What else? Oh, Call of Duty. If you want to play some Call of Duty, I don't know how to do that. Exactly how to add you as a friend, but hit me up on Discord. Maybe we can organize something if you want to do some racing, whatever. I'm gonna be pretty busy this weekend, but I may have a little bit of time to have some fun. So we'll just see what happens. But this is our last flight of the day. Thank you guys so much for joining. Man, you guys have a great Friday, and there's still a lot of time left in the Friday night flight, guys. There is still enough time to jump in the aircraft and do your long haul if you want to do a long haul, or you can do a short one. It's up to you. Jet Propelled Llamas, thank you as well. We out today, guys. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers. Almost there. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks to you guys. We're getting there closer. Thanks to your shares, your likes, your watches, subscriptions, whatever, man. Everybody's supporting in their own way. Just want you guys to know that I really do appreciate you guys all the way. If I were never to get to 10,000 subscribers, I'm still extremely appreciative of all you guys. So we're almost there. On some screens, YouTube already rounds up my subscriber count to 10K, so it's kind of misleading. It's like, hey, I got 10K, but I actually don't. I got like just under 10K. But it's all good. It's just funny. But anyways, guys, be motivated, man. Never freaking give up, man. No matter what, like, go for it, go for it, go for it. You want to be a pilot? Go for it. You want to be a driver? Go for it. You want to be a doctor? Go for it. All I can tell you is don't wait. Like, start. Do something. Do whatever you can to get started. But until then, you got 3 choices, though. Give up, give in, and give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I will see you guys next time, next video. I'm out. We out. BG. Blue Games. Dream big, live small. I am BlueGames.com. I am Blue Games on Twitch. I am Blue Games on Twitter. I am Blue Games on Instagram. I'm just kidding. Well, that's not what you're supposed to see. I guess my intro is frozen. There it is.